What's up, bullish friends? Hope you guys are doing great out there today. And sorry I haven't done a video here in like the last, 7 days or so, but it's a super busy time for me. I run a couple other companies and it's the busiest portion of my year. So I've been a little out of it recently, but it's time to get back to it with a video. And I want to show you guys a new passive income stream that some people made me aware of called Frost Flakes. And it's one that was pointed out to me, probably about a month ago or so, and I just hadn't been able to check into it yet. And recently I was able to get in here and take a look, and I decided I'm going to put some money in this, and I'm going to walk you guys through this today and why I kind of like this place, why I think it's going to work out pretty well, and we're going to go through their entire walkthrough here. Now, before we get started, as always, none of this is financial advice. Invest at your own will and understand that you are risking your own money and you can lose money doing this. So always be aware of that, and I just like to be upfront about that this is not financial advice at all. Now, let's get into this. So what is Frost Flakes? Well, basically, it's a BNB passive income miner, and it's an original code, as you can see on here. So it's created from scratch. It's not a fork of like some of the old like baked beans miners and things like that. There's a lot of different ones out there, but it's all from scratch. It's kind of brand new. I think they launched this in August, I believe. Let's go up to the Dune stats here. Yeah, so it looks like in August is when the contract was locked in there. So and we'll comb through these Dune stats in just a moment here. I always like to do that, especially if it's a newer project that I'm getting into. So we'll comb through that in just a second here. So this place, Frost Flakes, generates revenue from PCS and trading bots. So it's Pancake Swap and trading bots, and they also added a new revenue source, and we'll jump in that in the FAQ down below. And we'll go through that. And the way they basically do this is they do an anti-whale, anti-contract drain, where you have to basically, it's secured because you have to compound for 6 days in a row before you can make a claim. So you have to compound 6 times in a row before you get one claim. And what that does is it prevents whales from coming in here, throwing in a large stack of cash, and then just basically growing their stack and then just draining the contract really fast. You've seen other projects that die really quickly from this happening. Well, this keeps it to where you can only claim after you have followed the 6-to-1 protocol, which that's the protocol a lot of people talk about using in a lot of these other systems online as well, is basically compounding for 6 days, then claiming. So that way it keeps the system going and always provides you with passive income. Well, here at Frost Flakes, they basically force you into that, which is good. It keeps the system healthy, and we'll look at those charts here in just a moment. The payout is a 2% static daily reward, no inflation, no decay. So you get that 2% daily. And let's go down and take a look at some of the stuff. And then at the end, I'm gonna throw some money in here. I have another account that I started just yesterday, where I threw in 1 BNB, and I'll probably throw a screenshot of that at the end. It's on my Chromebook, so I don't have good video equipment there. I would just film the video from there, but I'm gonna start a new wallet just to be able to show you guys how to get started in this at the end. So let's go down, and we will look at. We'll start here at the audit and KYC. So you can go through, read their audit over at Medium to take a look at that. Frost Flakes is audited by George Stamp. You can go look at that as well. And then Jack, the developer, is KYC on Binance using the BABT token. So you can check that out as well. We're not going to go through all that on here. I don't think KYCs are the greatest thing in the world. I don't think audits are the greatest thing in the world, because I've seen projects that are both audited and KYC'd fail miserably. So I don't really look at that very much anymore, although it is good to have. It's good to see that, but it doesn't sway me to get involved in a project or not. Now, let's talk about the no decay and the predictable rewards. Understanding the calculations, Frost Flakes has completely eliminated any complex decay or reward calculation. This is done to simplify the process and make your rewards easy to calculate and thereby predictable. So it goes into this here, 1 BNB equals 1,65343,915 Frost Flakes, okay? And then it gives you the calculation example. You pay a 3% fee. I'll let you look through that example to see how to use the math on that. And then they say, what about whales then? This simplicity is only possible because of a limitation on when an investor can claim. Please read more about this in the Claim Defrost Dependencies tab. So let's do that. Understanding when you claim. Every investor needs to have accomplished the following dependencies in order to claim defrost, which is, so their claim is called defrost here. Compounding, freezing, at least 6 times more is allowed between each defrost. So again, that 6-to-1 ratio we talked about earlier. Wait at least 6 days between each defrost. A nice little indicator shows your progress on the dependencies at the top of the site in the stats section. Not only does this feature help with the overall sustainability of the contract, but it also ensures that no one can start draining the contract by claiming rapidly. And that keeps the whales from just draining this really fast and killing this project. Now let's look at the compounding, the freeze section here. Understanding when you compound. Compounding freeze is only available every 6th hour. Once you have done a freeze, your rewards gained will be added to your TVL. There is no fee when executing a freeze. Using manual freeze can be good if you want to compound more than once per day, but if you want to simplify your compounding, then try the auto compound feature that simulates a daily compound for 6 days. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, when you first start here, you can't use the auto compound until I think you literally have to wait. It's either 6 hours or it was the next day. I didn't check mine until the next day when I first signed up on the other account that I have. But I'll show you that when we go through here. I don't think I can show you the auto compound yet, but it's literally a button you click to set it all up. It's really quick, and it basically does all this for you, so you don't have to worry about claiming it manually daily as they're talking about here. So that's not something I want to do anyway, and if you forget, then you kind of get behind, and I'd rather have this all done for me, so I'll be doing that as well. Now let's talk about the revenue streams, because I think this is important, especially for projects that I get in going forward. I want to see these revenue streams, because a lot of projects that didn't have revenue streams or did not even attempt to gain new revenue streams obviously ended up dying out. So these revenue streams will become important. Otherwise, you're only depending on Ponzonomics, and that can only go so long. I think a little bit of the Ponzi stuff is okay, but if you're relying solely on Ponzonomics, the project will fail. And that's why I really dig what Jack is trying to do here. So let's talk about the revenue streams. I'm not going to read all this, but let's talk about, so they're investing in GrizzlyFi for liquidity staking, which I'll probably do another solo video on GrizzlyFi at some point, because that's something I'm going to be testing out as well. They have staking and rewards pools and things like that. So they're invested in the GrizzlyFi. They have a trading bot army, so they're using trading bots to trade, and then they basically bring revenue in that way. And I'll actually show you these stats, and you can actually go look at their trades, which I think that's critical as well. And that's something I really like with this project. It's super transparent that they're going over all this stuff. And they're on PancakeSwap doing liquidity staking there as well. So that's just another revenue source that they're using, and they are compounding that. So they keep depositing and they continue to compound that, which helps raise the revenue streams and keep this sustainable. All right, now let's look at the 2% daily static reward. So I mentioned this earlier, but let's just take another look at this. The daily reward is set to a static 2% of your locked Frost Flakes value. Rewards follow a 30-hour timer. This means that you only gain rewards for the first 30 hours of each freeze or defrost. Once 30 hours has passed, you will need to do either a freeze or defrost to reset the 30-hour timer, and thereby gaining new rewards. The progress of the 30-hour timer is shown as a percentage-based progress bar in the rewards section. Okay, again, I'm going to set most of this up to automate as we go, so it will will be able to use this auto compounding feature. And they go through all the auto compounding here. Make sure you read through that. There is a small service fee if you use the auto compound, which is 0.2% of your TVL, which I think it's worth it to do this. And they actually give you the recommended cycle. So basically you start the auto compounder, wait 6 days, stop the auto compounder, wait 24 to 30 hours, defrost, and then restart again. And that will keep everything flowing nicely for your account. So just follow the recommended cycle. I might do a strategy video later on this, but I'll probably just follow exactly what they say to follow here, because you're gonna have the gas fees anyway, and I like the automation of this system, so I'm gonna stick with that. I'm not going to go through the snow battle stuff. That's some stuff you can read. There's like a lottery, and there's a little competition that's in here. Let's look at the max payout and max TVL. So max wallet TVL. Max TVL of your personal wallet will be set to an amount equal to the rewards of 5 BNB. This means that once you reach a high enough TVL, then can generate 5 BNB within the reward timer of 30 hours, you will not be able to increase that TVL any higher. Once you reach your max TVL, freeze compound will be disabled, and the freeze requirement for defrost claim will be removed. This means you will only have the time requirement for defrost going forward, and every 7th day, you will then be able to claim 5 BNB. And you can claim that 5 BNB up to a max payout of 260 BNB. The number for the max payout works in conjunction with the max TVL. The max payout is 52 times 5 equals 260. So 5 BNB for 52 weeks, 1 year equals 260 BNB, which I like this. I really do, because as they say here, Frost Flakes isn't made for making one or a few investors millionaires. It's made to increase each investor's financial independence. This setup will allow anyone to compound all the way up to the max TVL and then start claiming 5 BNB each week for an entire year. So as I said earlier, what it looks like Jack is trying to do here is basically make a system that just provides a nice passive income for its user base. And I really like that, because, again, a whale can't come into this and just drain the contract instantly. It looks like it's being set up for the long haul. They do have a kind of like a referral system, kind of like Drip does, where you can refer users and all that. So you can read all about how this works. You get up to 10% per referral you have on the team, but it looks like here that when you first start, you get 5% for your referrals, and it's on their first deposit. So if you guys want to join my team, you can do that down below. It's not a requirement, and honestly, I don't care if you do or not. I will throw that out, that if you do join it, I will likely do team airdrops occasionally, kind of like how I do with Drip. But again, it's not a requirement, but the link will be below in the video. And, it supports this channel if you do. And if you don't want to do it, I don't care. I'm totally fine either way. Let's go down here to, so let's just talk about the risk here, because you can see all this other stuff here. But I want to talk about the risk, because I think this is important for everyone to understand when you're getting into something, what the potential risks are. And I like the transparency that Frost Flakes provides with this. So Frost Flakes is a high-risk, high-reward protocol. By investing, you accept the risk mentioned below. When you deposit into the protocol, the amount will be locked forever. So kind of like Drip, when you put in money, your amount is locked in. You are not able to withdraw your principal. You earn rewards each day, which you are able to either compound, freeze, or claim, defrost, if requirements are met. See the section Claim Defrost Dependencies, and we already went over that above. Your rewards are static, which means that if the protocol is sustained, you will have ROI of 119 days. The protocol is sustained as much as possible through rewards from PancakeSwap liquidity pools, GrizzlyFi liquidity pools, and trading bots. See the section Revenue Streams, Liquidity Staking, and Trading Bots. And from new investors. If the protocol isn't sustained, the protocol will be unable to pay out rewards. So obviously, like any protocol online, in the crypto space or anything, if they're unable to sustain it, it collapses, okay? So the risk is there, and there's always risk that can happen to any project, even if it's a good one, and even if it's pretty well thought through, just like I think Frost Flakes is here. So just understand, never put in more than you can afford to lose, and don't just listen to someone randomly telling you to jump in this. Make your own decision if this is right for you. And if it's right for you, put some cash in it. You don't have to do a lot. Like I'm going to show you at the end of this video, I'm going to put in 0.1 BNB probably to get started on this wallet. Now, as I said before, I already have another wallet that I already started to test this out with 1 BNB in it. So a full BNB, which is like, I don't know, $260 right now. So before we close out the video, I do want to take a look. I want to look at the health segment of this, and I want to show you the Dune stats on this. And I'm going to link to the Dune stats in the video description below. But let's take a look at this. So you can look at the total liquidity coming into this project, and this is right on the front page of Frost Flakes. Like, it just makes it easy, and that's what I mean about the transparency. You can turn all these little segments off and on too. Like, I turned that off, but we're going to keep that on. So total liquidity, you can see it's going up, and you can see based on BNB. So you can just follow along, okay? So the total pancake swap value is here, okay? And it's staying pretty flat right now, but they still have, let's see, it's like, I don't know, 750 BNB. And you can see all this stuff in the contract too, and you can actually, they have it on here somewhere. You can see the trades. I believe somewhere on this page. I looked at it earlier. Well, anyway, I'm not going to waste time finding it now. I'll link to it in the description below. But they do have a link where you can go look at every little detail that they provide here. I think, well, anyway, like I said, I'll put it in the description below when I find it. So the next thing is the contract balance. You can see, you can follow along with this. You can see where it started, where it's going. Okay. The total bots value, which, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had the right dots. It's hard to see some between the two colors on this sometimes. But you can see that's increasing. Okay. And then the Grizzly Fi, which they just started this in early November here, investing in Grizzly Fi, and that's going up as well. So you can see these are the revenue sources that are coming in, bringing this project to us here. Now, again, the daily deposits, you can see down here too, and you can see the daily withdrawals. So obviously we want to keep seeing this green, and we want to see this red stay below the green. Okay, so that's everything that's on here. Now let's quickly go over to Dune stats and just take a quick look here. And again, I'll link to this in the description below. You can see the new users coming in. It's good to see that continuously going up. You can see the total value locked into this contract, and you can see if it's going up or down daily, so you can follow along there. I mean, it looks pretty healthy right now, so I'm not seeing anything crazy here. But you can just, it's good to come by, watch these charts from time to time. The total invest daily, you can see how much is invested daily into this, so you can see this continuously go up. So it's good to see the more investment keep coming in. Let's go down to here, and you can also see the inflow and outflow. So I like to watch these as well, so you can see how much is coming. You can see the volume coming in, you can see the volume going out. So it looks like about 1/3 going out. So pretty healthy looking right now. Okay, so that's it on on Frost Flakes here. Now I'm going to show you how to do a buy real quick. So when you connect your wallet, you can come in here. You can, again, enter my referral if you want. If not, don't worry about it. But go here, and we are going to, I'm just going to do from this wallet 0.1 because I don't have a whole lot of BNB in here right now. So I'm going to do this. You have to accept the risk. Make sure you read that. And let's buy into this. So buy Frost Flakes. Scroll down. Make sure you have enough extra BNB in your wallet to pay the gas fees, which are very small. This is 0.003867 BNB, so super small. But confirm that. And this just takes a second. Okay, there we go. So we've approved it. I have 0.1 BNB now locked into here. My total value locked is 0.0969 BNB because of the 3% fee. And we're started now. In 6 hours, I will be able to come in here and click the auto compounder, and I will do that. Okay, so I highly recommend doing that so I don't have to manually come over here and do the defrost and freezes. I'll just have to come in once a week and freeze, and then come in and start the auto compound again every, once a week. So that's pretty easy to do, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So guys, let me know what you think about Frost Flakes below. Are you already in this? Are you wanting to get into it? Have you been thinking about getting into it and you just wanted to kind of see what I thought on it or someone else thought on it? Let me know below. What I'm also going to do is I'll probably come in here in a week or two and give an update on the project and show you how it's doing for me. I'll at least get you screenshots of my other wallet because, like I said, I don't have camera equipment on that yet because it's a Chromebook and just my current mic and stuff doesn't work on that. So if I can figure that out, I'll probably start filming from that so I can show you the bigger wallet too. But I'll at least show you along on this one and get you some screenshots of the other account so you can follow along and see how well each of the wallets are doing for me. Outside of that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think below of this system and if you're going to get in or if you're going to stay away from this one. And as always, love you guys. I will see you in the next video.